Hello everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. The Nollywood actress who got pregnant with her young lover, that's Uche Obodo, received a surprise baby shower yesterday from her friends. And the friends and colleagues of the actress threw her this big surprise baby shower. She least expected it, and this happened last night, May 29th, and Uche is expecting her second child with her lover, Maris, and that's the young guy that everybody has been talking about regarding him being the father of the child that Uche Obodo is actually expecting. And the actresses that were actually present were Anita Joseph, Mary Njoku, Oma Nadi, and BB Niger star who is Lucy Edith, Denrel Edun, and many others attended this particular baby shower. We can see from the pictures that Uche was very surprised. She was even crying when her colleagues came because she least expected to see anything like this. And imagine what it's like, when you are being surprised with a celebration organized by your friends, taken out of shock, there's this extra joy you get. It's usually different from when it's something you organize and you invite those friends and you see them. But when those friends will go out of their way to surprise you and just bump into your house with people, with gifts and all of that, people are taken unaware. And that's why you see some people would go into tears, not because they are sad, but because they didn't know that they are loved this much. It's except you are being loved by people before they will express something like this to you. Imagine she's not loved by anybody, or imagine no one cares whether she's having a baby or not, or after all that I was said that she is having a child with a guy who is much younger than herself and all of that. Who would even care to let me go and throw a baby shower for her? People will be like, let her and her young lover do that. But her friends gave her what she didn't expect. They gave her a gift for her unborn child. It's a thing of joy when you see people that you never even planned they would even come around. You can see the excitement, even though she was still crying. And you can see in the other pictures she had to go dress up, and they all decided to dress in white. See the pictures where she's dressed in her yellow mini gown? That was where she was taken unaware. And that kind of a thing, you'll be ashamed and at the same time you will be excited. And it depends on how they met her. That kind of a thing, when you are either doing one thing or the other and people will just bump into your house, it brings you great joy to know that you are still loved out there despite everything. I know things that have to do with babies, people tend to put a lot of things aside and then concentrate that this is an innocent child coming into the world. They will have to do what they can to even give the mom a smile on her face. And even when the child comes out to come and see that this was done for her while she was still in her mother's womb, would still give the baby some kind of joy in the heart when they are grown and they get to see those people who came to surprise the mother. You can see Anita Joseph holding her there. Still, the actresses, they all surrounded her. And there is something again that happened. They had to get a doll, and this doll was fully dressed. They dressed the doll and they asked the boyfriend to undress the baby and even act like he's going to give the baby a shower. And that was where you see that Uche had to go and change her own outfit and dress in white like the other ladies. And from all indication, you can see that she's actually expecting her baby girl. It's showing there, you can see pink, and even on the white transparent dress that Uche was wearing, you can see the ribbon there is pink. Also the flowers pink and the background pink. And that's where the boyfriend was trying to undress the baby. You would also see him wrapped that baby doll in a towel like he's going to give the baby a bath. It's so exciting, you know, when you have friends around you, because she knew that a lot of people came after her online. And to see this kind of a thing, it gives you some sort of peace around, knowing that there are some people out there that still love you, irrespective of whatever people think about her. And that is a good thing, you know, for her to be so excited like this and seeing all her colleagues and friends around, she and her boyfriend. It gave them a sense of love being showered around them too. And it calls for a great celebration. You see that they are so happy. It looks so interesting to see that there are smiles on the faces of Uche Obodo, her young lover, and even her friends. That's the joy about coming together. There is this excitement it gives you when you see people around you, and especially when you think like a lot of people have abandoned you, or when you think like people look at you differently and no one would even want to associate with you for one reason or the other. And you know, she had come out online to stand back for herself when people had to throw shades at her and calling her names and saying all manner of things regards to her being with a younger boy and getting pregnant for him. And she came out to let them know that that is her choice. Whatever she decides and whoever she decides to be the father of her child, it's up to her, and it's not up to anybody to decide, or it's not up to anybody to criticize her for doing that. And if you look at it critically, generally, issues like this, I think it's up to the person to decide. If anybody decides that this is how he or she wants to have her own child, some things may not seem right in the eyes of people, but you can't change whatever someone has decided that he or she wants to do for himself or herself. And it's their own life. So however anybody decides to lay his own bed, that is how he or she would sleep on it. So there are certain issues that I think it's left to the person, the individual who is involved. It's your own decision to either be with this man or to be with that woman. It's an individual thing, except in situations where they are crossing the line. Either the guy is with a married woman, which is a no-no thing, or either the lady is with a married man. That is where eyebrows are usually raised, and then when people start lashing back at them, you would say yes, they are justified for doing that. But when both parties are single, the guy is single, the girl is single, irrespective of their ages, so long as they are not encroaching into another person's privacy, so long as they are not snatching someone else's husband, girlfriend, or wife, or as long as they're not snatching someone else's partner, I think the person is good to go. I know in some situations, especially in Africa, eyebrows are usually raised when a younger guy is with an older woman. It also goes both ways. You will see eyebrows will be raised like, what is she doing with a man who is like 20 years older than her, who is like 10 years older than her, and what is he doing with a woman who is older than him? So it's a vice versa thing. But like I said, if these individuals are both single, I think people should be left to make their choice when it has to do with you not invading another person's privacy or taking what does not belong to you. It's up to the person to decide if this is the person they want to spend the rest of their lives with, or they want to move on with. Certain things should not even be raised, or certain things should not call for a room to criticize those individuals, so long as they are doing it on a free terms without anybody hurting another person's partner. Is where you see a guy who will now go and snatch another man's wife. That's not a thing that anybody would encourage. Neither is it something that would be encouraged when it's a girl who goes to snatch another woman's husband. No one usually encourages such things because you are doing or trying to achieve your own happiness and then hurting someone else without even you minding. Some people still do it. They would go and take in for a man who they know is actually married. And some of these ladies would even force the men to divorce their wife and then get married to them. It's been happening. Some, that is the choice they have actually made. And some women will still leave their own husbands and then be with other single men out there. It also happens at the same time. And then when such events unfold, that is where you see a lot of people would criticize those individuals that are involved because you don't hurt people to gain your own happiness. It wouldn't work at the end. Find out that some of these marriages or some of these relationships where you hurt another person to snatch the person and then you want to be with the person, those kind of relationships end up in a very bad way because you don't hurt people and then you come to sit down and think that you're going to be happy for the rest of your life with that person, or you think the relationship would last. No, it doesn't go that way. You find out that whatever happened, which you got that person from the other guy or from the other woman, it ends up turning back to that other person. Sometimes even worse things happen to that person who snatched another lady's husband or who snatched another man's wife. So people are always advised, even if you want to go into acts like this, you should ensure that individuals are single. Both parties are single, not people that already have their own husbands, wives, or fiancé. Friends, what do you think about this? Owing to the fact that Uche Obodo was actually brought out several times regards to her young lover, but despite it, you can actually see that there's some sort of happiness even amongst them, and you can see the boyfriend is gladly and willingly doing all that the friends are instructing him to do, and it's kind of fun. Everyone seemed to be very excited. Uche Obodo herself, who was carried out with so much surprise, is seen very happy there also. So please, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. Please do not forget to hit on the like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.